First up this morning, one of the most popular kitchen gadget companies is turning 100. Vitamix, that's right. So to celebrate, they've launched a new book recipe, or recipe book, I should say, with lots of tasty new recipes. I spoke with Vitamix's Adam Wilson about why everyone seems to love this blender so much. This is my sad vintage blender. It's super cute, but not very effective. So my question is, how can a Vitamix change my world? Because friends of mine, everyone I know who has one, say it really does.
Basically, the Vitamix is just a great tool to get that health into you. So whole foods blended down. You don't have to waste your time cutting, peeling, all that. Just toss it in. You turn it on high speed, blends it right down. But it's a great tool just to make your life easier every day. So whether it's smoothies in the morning, smoothies at lunch, smoothies at dinner, but it's the other things. Maybe a 6-minute soup of leftovers that you had the night before. You'd had asparagus the night before, stock asparagus and some seasoning. You'll have a soup in 6 minutes and you don't have to go to the stovetop.
Literally, this is actually one of the few appliances I've heard my friends brag about. And now you are celebrating your 100th anniversary. I didn't even know blenders had been around that long, let alone Vitamix.
They have not been around that long. So the family business has been around for 100 years. Papa Barnard, Jody Berg, our CEO and president's great grandfather. So 4th generation family owned business. And it started off with a can opener. The can opener was sold during the Depression because that was the way during the winter to get the whole fruits and vegetables that were canned. And it was a dangerous thing. But since then, the spirit of going out and selling door to door, the spirit of, demonstrating the product in front of people. The blender came about 1937 when Papa Barnard was at a fair. And he was like, this is another tool I can sell to put whole foods into your diet. And then we've been selling since. And so about 1980 is in that range, when we created our first Vitamix blender that we made here in Cleveland, Ohio.
I love that history for you. I love that. So what are we making today? You're going to show us how it works, right?
We have 2 recipes from the 100th anniversary book. We have our strawberry yogurt freeze, and then we're going to do a recipe from one of our business partners, Downshiftology, Lisa Bryan, and Green Goddess Hummus. So let me just get started. I have a coconut yogurt here. Milk alternatives are super popular right now, and they are just blowing up all over the place. Ooh, wow, dropping all over the place. So we have frozen strawberries and some yogurt. So click on, you hear that click, it's safe, we're all good. Tamper here, and all I'm going to do is blend on high speed for as fast as possible. And it's about 30 seconds. We're going to start to see these fold under, and you're going to create this frozen dessert. So as you work with this, you're going to see that I can just flip it over. I would put this over your head if we were live in studio, but that's just sort of fun. But you have just a nice frozen yogurt right there. And then when you scoop it out, you're just going to get a nice scoop that you can serve up to anybody.
Wow.
It's super simple. When I used to work in restaurants and that, you always have like the opportunity to maybe do a real quick dessert like this for those, patrons that don't want anything with fat or anything, super simple. So then Lisa Bryan was one of our great partners. She created this Green Goddess Hummus. So we have whole lemons, chickpeas. We made our own tahini in our blender. Ooh. We have parsley, we have spinach, and then we use whole lemons peeled. So you're just putting all these whole food ingredients in with some spices, and then we're just saying blend it up.
Did you say that there's a whole lemon in there?
Yeah. Let's see if I can. So down here at the bottom, you had the lemon, we peeled it. It's just a whole lemon. If you wanted to, you could put the whole lemon in there, but it will be bitter from it. But the Vitamix will take down skin and all on fruits and vegetables. So, we use a lot of thick sliced lemons and leave the skin on, and then you balance that off maybe with dates to sweeten it up and that bitterness. So you can use whole fruits and vegetables in this. So let's blend real quick. 30 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that. You have fresh hummus ready to go for you. This is just dynamite. That bright lemon will be in there.
I love lemon in anything, especially hummus.
Yeah. So, we have our 100th anniversary, which tells the stories of the company that we were talking about earlier. 100 recipes from our friends and family, and then extra ones in the back, sort of the tahini, the almond milks, and those base recipes.
Does that cookbook come with like when you buy a Vitamix, or do you buy it separately?
This is a separate book. When you buy a machine, your recipe book will come with that of our base recipes, whole food recipes, but this is a special one just for the 100th anniversary to celebrate it this year.
Well, that's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing the history with us and those great recipe ideas that we know my old faithful could not handle.